Okay, so we are coming up on 24 hours since I got my new Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra and started using it. Now, this is not a full review because, of course, I have not had the opportunity to really just test every single thing out on this device, but I do want to share what my experience has been like so far using this device since yesterday. Okay, now let me start off by saying that I am loving this cobalt violet color here on the S26 Ultra. I think it looks absolutely beautiful on this device. It looks great. It has definitely grown on me over these past 24 hours. But aside from the beautiful color on the S26 Ultra right here, one thing that I did notice is that it is a bit lighter than last year's Galaxy S25 Ultra. Definitely feels light in the hand. It is a bit thinner as well, which is a nice plus. And the corners are also more rounded off. So it makes it easier to use in the hand. It feels better in the hand. It's lighter in the hand. So I really can't complain when it just comes to the overall form factor of this device. I think Samsung really nailed it this year. But I will say one reason the phone is much lighter than last year's model is because we now have an aluminum frame rather than the titanium frame, which is making the phone, of course, lighter, but it also does make it a bit less durable when it comes to that frame of the device if you do happen to accidentally drop it without a case. But overall, it is a beautiful looking device. I have been loving it so far. And yes, I do think the camera setup in the back does look better than last year's Galaxy S25 Ultra. I think it just has more of a clean look to it. I mean, it pretty much looks like the camera setup that we have on the Galaxy Z Fold 7. But aside from the outer part of the device, I mean, when it comes to this display in the front, I think it is a beautiful display. I have enjoyed using it. Every time I unlock the device, I mean, the colors really just pop out at you. It's a nice, sharp display and definitely a smooth experience with that 120 hertz that we are getting on this device right here. I mean, just scrolling around is super, super smooth. So I really can't complain when it comes to the display. I mean, Samsung always puts amazing displays on their devices. So when it comes to the Galaxy S26 Ultra right here, again, we're getting another amazing display. So beautiful looking device. Now, like I mentioned, the frame of the phone might be a little bit less durable than last year. So I do actually recommend using a case, and I have been using this case right here by our sponsors of today's video, Banks. And I absolutely love this case right here because it goes really well with the purple right there. I mean, look at that. It matches really well with the actual color of the device. It's a nice slim case, so it's not adding too much bulk to my Galaxy S26 Ultra right here, and it has a nice texture and a nice design in the back as well. And this one is their Armor Grid case, and I think it looks great on this device right here. And then we have the Armor case, which again has another nice design, but this one is more of a smooth feel in the back, so you're not really feeling that texture, but you do get some nice slimness to it as well if you don't like bulky cases. And then we have their Armor Tint case. Again, another nice design in the back with some nice texture, and it's keeping the phone nice and thin as well. And then we have their Aura case, which I have showed here on the channel before on other devices. Nice texture in the back, nice design, giving you that nice thinness on your device. And then we have the Montage case with another nice design in the back. It is a smooth feeling case as well. And again, giving you that nice thinness to your phone. And these are great for anybody who does not like super bulky cases on your device. If you just want something nice, slim, that's still going to give your device, you know, some good, decent protection from light falls or scratches, then Bank definitely has the cases for you. And they even have a nice tempered glass screen protector to go with them. And yes, all of these cases do support wireless magnetic charging as well. This is Samsung's wireless magnetic charger. And also, of course, they are going to support, you know, other magnetic accessories as well. And that magnet is super strong. Look at that. So thanks to Banks for sponsoring this portion of the video. Okay, so the big talk about the Galaxy S26 Ultra right here was, of course, this privacy display, a brand new feature that any smartphone company has brought to a device. And yes, it is an amazing feature. It is definitely game changer and something I can see other smartphone manufacturers bringing to their smartphones as well. But I will say, this is something that I was testing out throughout the day, even up to, you know, today. And I did notice that I would turn it on for, you know, a specific amount of time. And then I would find myself kind of turning it off because yes, it does dim down the display a little bit. And if you happen to turn it just a little bit, yeah, you won't really be able to see what you are doing. So I did find myself, you know, kind of turning it off, turning it on, turning it off, turning it on, which can be maybe a little bit annoying for some people. So I think the best way to go about this privacy display is to use the option where you can set it up for certain apps. So you don't have to, turn it on whenever you want, your information to be private, depending on what app you're on or whatever it is you're doing. And then, once you're done doing whatever it is you're doing, you go and turn it off. You don't have to go back and forth with that. So I think the better option would be is to set it for your specific apps that you want private, like maybe your banking apps, maybe social media. You don't want people seeing your messages, or your text messaging app, whatever it may be. I think the best option would be to set it for those specific apps. And then of course, you can set it for your notifications as well if you don't want anybody seeing your notifications. That way, that privacy display feature only comes into play whenever you open that specific app or get those specific notifications. You don't have to pull down, the pull down bar, or go into your settings and turn it off and on and off and on. And whenever you do want it off and on. So that's kind of one thing I noticed while using this device over the past 24 hours. The best route to go is just, set it for your specific apps and notifications. But it is definitely a cool feature, I will say that. But another really cool feature that I was kind of messing around with on this device is the new super stable video that you can get with the S26 Ultra. I mean, it's literally mind blowing. I was like, what the heck? Like, how is this even possible? So there's this new, super steady feature in the camera app for when taking videos, which just makes the video super stabilized, where you can literally turn the phone a full 360 degrees. And when watching the video, when you go back to play the video, it's as if you didn't even do that. The video is super stable, and you can't even tell that you turned the phone a full 360 degrees, or if you happen, to shake the phone around a lot. I mean, it is an amazing feature if you do want that super stable video. So if you're someone who likes to record video with a lot of movement, maybe you like to record your runs, your jogs, or maybe you're someone who just moves around like crazy when recording video, this is definitely a feature that can come in handy to keep your video super stabilized. I mean, it's literally mind-blowing. But I didn't have the, full opportunity to be able to go out and take, a bunch of daytime shots. I did get some nighttime shots. So I will share those with you guys here, as you can see. And I think the cameras do a pretty good job at taking photos, during the night. Of course, we're getting brighter aperture when it does come to that main 200 megapixel lens, and then also the telephoto lens as well. So we can even take some good zoomed in shots as well at night, and still have them look good, still have them look bright. And I think the cameras do fairly well. Of course, I'm going to continue doing some major testing when it does come to the cameras here. I don't know if I'll be able to do any testing during the day here, because it's actually very foggy outside right now, and the fog has not went away. It's been super foggy all morning, all through the midday. And yeah, I'm not sure if I'll even be able to go out and take any good shots today, but we'll see. Hopefully it'll clear up in a bit here so I can be able to do that. But with the pictures I've taken so far, I think the cameras do a pretty good job. Yeah, there were a few times where it did struggle, or photos came out a little overblown. So, I mean, like I said, I'm going to continue testing this out when it comes to photos. I did take some quick night video, so go ahead and check it out. All right, so out here doing a little video test with the new Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra. It is nighttime. It's been a long day. I probably look super tired, but just wanted to test out the cameras at night here, just see what video quality is going to be like, starting off with the front-facing camera at 4K 30 frames per second. We got Greg from Greggles TV back there. We got Facundo from How To Man. We are here in this nice courtyard right here. As you can see, we do have some lightage back there, but right behind me is the city. But what do you guys think? 4K 30 frames per second, just walking around out here. And the viewfinder here, it does look a little bit fuzzy, especially when I get more in a darker scene over here. But when I stay still, it does look okay. At least here in the viewfinder, it does seem to look okay. What do you think? Let's go ahead and check out the rear-facing cameras. All right, so just quickly testing out the rear-facing cameras here. Again, at 4K, 30 frames per second. Just kind of panning around here a bit. Get some of the greenery in the shot. Let's get a shot of the city over here. Beautiful night tonight. What do y'all think? Let's see if we can get a shot of the street. Try not to drop the phone. Again, this is 4K, 30 frames per second. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Say what's up, guys. Say what's up to the video.
Hey, what's up, sponsor?
Let me know what you guys think. So what do y'all think about that quick night video test? Now, of course, like I said, I am going to continue testing out the cameras on this device, not just for photos, but for videos as well. So if you're not subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of those videos, because I'm gonna have tons of videos coming for the S26 Ultra right here. Now, when it comes to just overall performance of this device, one thing that I noticed over these past 24 hours is that this phone is a beast. I mean, it has been performing great so far. Of course, it's still brand new. It's only the first day, but I mean, it is a smooth experience. Of course, like I said earlier, it does have that 120 hertz display. So it's super smooth and snappy, just scrolling around the device, going in and out of apps, and you know, it performs great. I even tested out a little bit of gaming on this device. I did bring my wireless controller with me, downloaded Fortnite on this phone, and it performed great, played nice and smooth. I didn't notice any bits of lag or anything like that. I mean, the internet here itself is not the greatest, but even with the internet not being too good, I mean, the game still played smoothly here on the S26 Ultra. So I can tell that over time, it is going to be a great performer when it comes to, you know, just regularly using the device, and when it comes to gaming as well. Now, I have not had the chance to edit a video on this device, so this video that you guys are watching right now will all be edited on the S26 Ultra. And then of course, you know, when I do my full review, I'll let you know how it handles all of that as well. So I'm going to be doing some 4K video editing on this device as well. This is powered by the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 processor. So of course, you know, it's going to have this device running like a beast. And like I said, performance has been great. Now, when it comes to battery life, obviously, it's too soon to tell what battery life is going to be like. But over the past 24 hours, I mean, once I got this device, I did charge it all the way up to 100%. And it lasted me all throughout yesterday. I got it about midday yesterday. It wasn't, you know, exactly early in the morning, but it lasted me the entire day, the night. I didn't charge it overnight, lasted me a little bit today, and then I decided to go ahead and throw it on the charger for a little bit. I didn't charge it all the way up to 100%. It's like at 45% right now. But I mean, I can tell that battery life is going to be good. I don't know if it's going to be great. We're gonna have to wait and see. Of course, I will have my all-day battery drain test coming here to the channel to show you what my usage is like throughout the entire day and what screen on time is throughout the day, what apps I'm using, and all of that good stuff. So if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, make sure you subscribe again so you don't miss out on that video, because I will really be testing out the battery here on the S26 Ultra. But I did notice that, yes, charging is faster. I mean, I know, you know, this is something that Samsung did announce, but actually getting to experience those fast of charging speeds on a Samsung device, it's nice, it's refreshing. Yeah, it may not be as fast, you know, as fast as the speeds that I get with my OnePlus 15 right here, but we are on our way there. So it's nice to finally get some faster charging speeds on a flagship Samsung device. Samsung is finally taking a little bit of a risk. I know since the Note 7, you know, they haven't wanted to give us, you know, bigger batteries, and, you know, the charging speeds have kind of stayed down and not gone as fast as other devices out on the market. So it's nice to finally see Samsung kind of taking that step forward and finally giving us some faster charging speeds on, you know, their flagship device, starting with the Galaxy S26 Ultra right here. So it was a nice, you know, it's a nice little plus to this device right here. Now, someone did ask in one of my previous videos about the S Pen if Samsung had brought back Bluetooth capabilities. No, there is no Bluetooth capabilities with this S Pen right here. Unfortunately, it would have been great because I do miss that feature. Still got on my Galaxy S22 Ultra. But another question was, how does it do with, you know, a case with magnets in the back? Does it affect the usage of the S Pen? Well, if you do have a case on that does have magnets and you take the S Pen out, Samsung does actually give us a little warning message saying how magnets affect the S Pen. Magnets and accessories can interfere with your S Pen signal. Try removing your accessory if you notice connection or writing issues. And then there's another one as well that says magnetic accessory detected. The magnets in your accessory may affect your S Pen. Tap for details. But I did notice that it didn't really affect the S Pen usage at all. I did the screen write and I kind of went back and forth to see if there were any spots where the pen wouldn't write anything because of the magnets in the case. And I actually didn't have any issues with that. So even though Samsung does give us this little warning message, maybe they did improve that. Maybe the sensor when it comes to the S Pen, I don't really know how all of that works. But I did notice that it does work much better. So for those of you who were wondering about that and asking that question, well, there you go. But overall, I mean, just after this first 24 hours, of course, yes, I am in the honeymoon phase with the Galaxy S26 Ultra right here. So of course, you know, the experience has been really good so far. I've been enjoying just the overall experience of this device and a lot of the great features that Samsung brought this year. But of course, I'm going to continue having to use this device, and over time, I will start to get all of the good and all of the bad for this device right here and cover it in a full review. And then of course I will have other separate future videos coming with the Galaxy S26 Ultra right here. But yeah, so far it has been great. The speakers on here are great as well. I don't think I mentioned that earlier, but the speakers actually get nice and loud and have a nice, pretty full sound to them as well. But what do y'all think? Let me know down in the comment sections below. Did you pre-order a Galaxy S26 Ultra for yourself? Have you been waiting, maybe watching more videos to make that decision? I say, hey, if you got an older device like this, like a Galaxy S22 Ultra, I think it's finally time to upgrade. If you can get a good trade-in deal on this device and take advantage of some of the other discounts that they may have on the website, I say go for it. I mean, so far it's been great, like I said, and you know, if you decide you don't like it, you can always return it before the return period. But I will have a pre-order link down in the description below, which does also help support the channel. So that link will be down there if you do decide to pre-order a Galaxy S26 Ultra for yourself. And I will also have links for our sponsors, banks, in case you do want to pick up a case for your device as well. But thanks so much for watching. Like I said, leave your thoughts down in the comment sections below. Let me know what you want to see on future videos as well. If you did like this video and find it helpful, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any other future videos to come. Thanks for watching. This is Josh Quinones. I will see you on the next one. Peace out.